scorer in Kitakyushu in Japan last time out. She has not been as effective as she normally is, primarily because the Russians haven't been able to get clean ball to her in a bit of space, but it might just do that today, and the battle between herself and Naya Tapper should be worth its weight in gold.
Yeah, like you said there, I'm looking forward to seeing Naya Tapper get the ball in hand and Hadrova there. There's some interesting players here, but you just think when they both get into it, it's going to be a physical contest.
So Nicole Heveland to throw, to go short in the line out, no chances, and carried into contact by Zachary. There for Emba, looking to find Fata Vesi. Got two outside her, including Naya Tapper, and she gets her hands on the ball, and Tapper tries to go around Drakova. That's the battle we want to see. The two speedsters, 7 for USA, 10 for Russia. There for Fata Vesi, spots a little mini hole and forces her way through it. Can't get the hands free, and over the 10-meter line, back on her feet, lovely, and gets the hand off to Tapper. Naya Tapper for USA. There's the pace, but what about Fata Vesi creating that try for the winger to score?
Yeah, we talked about Tapper getting into the game using her pace, but for Vesi, great work, great strength to keep the ball alive. She got tackled, she released the ball and looked for the support out wide. Just great strength there to look for the offload and release her right arm. And Tapper, former sprinter, doesn't need much direction to get to that try line.
So conversion, difficult angle. Try scored almost in the corner, and Heveland looking to try and add the extra 2 points. That's a really good kick from Nicole Heveland, and it's a 7-point lead for the United States against the Russians. Olive Kelter is their normal goal kicker for USA, but she of course is on the bench, as I mentioned, and the fans, the United States fans here in Langford, enjoyed that one. Interesting to see what happens if USA get a couple of players not involved in the squad back in to the mix with things, and Russia, Hamidova, safe pair of hands underneath that. They go right through Skolomko. Tapper makes the hit, and then look at the counter ruck from USA. Then it was an offside position from the Russian player.
Great work there by USA at the breakdown area. I said it was going to be a physical contest, and that's where it's starting for USA.
Cheta Emba, Zachary, Fata Vesi. Had Thomas outside her, up to go up the middle herself, punching those holes. Cheta Emba again looking to perhaps make the switch here, but Thomas stayed out wide, and that's why the ball's got loose. Drakova picked it off the ground, and then look at the scrap at the breakdown. No love lost between these two. Whistle's gone, and a penalty to Russia. Lushina takes it and offloads to Hamidova, running across the pitch, the direct line, dummy switch in the end. Hamidova going nowhere, needs to find a bit of support here, swallowed up by two USA defenders, Heveland and Naya Tapper. Mikhaltseva, Lushina, again no room, so the grubber kick through, and that's a no one in particular. Drakova looks like she's picked up a bit of a leg injury, by the way. She'll have to come off, I think, if she doesn't manage to shake it off. Heveland struggling to hold it. It went backwards, keeps it alive. Vesi, it's going to open up for her. Thomas, Kristen Thomas, if she can get the pass away. The tackle wasn't made. Mikhaltseva let her go, and Kristen Thomas touches down for a second USA try.
Great try there by USA. Made something out of nothing. Just for Vesi, stayed strong. She flew off the players, kept the ball alive. Thomas just wrangled her way out of that tackle. Mikhaltseva was unable to keep control of Thomas, and Thomas just blistered her way out of that. But Vesi's been integral to a lot of these tries so far.
Kristen Thomas, you got to put her on the ground. Oh, that's what she's going to do. And Heveland to add the conversion again. She's 2 from 2, and the United States are 14 points to the good against the Russians, who really have not fired a shot in anger so far.
You always think with the Russians that they've got to really try and complete their tackles, because at the moment they're just falling off it, and USA are breaking them.
Well, Drakova, I think, has gone off, and it looked like she picked up a bit of a leg injury there in the contact, so that'll be a big loss to Russia. Hamidova underneath this one, loud call from her, runs across the pitch. And then again, USA at the breakdown, just dominant at the moment, and they really are up for this one. Jetta Emba looking to switch with Favese, little dummy from her, straight into contact. She's so strong and difficult to put down, and the Russians are struggling to deal with that power. Look at that back on her feet, Favese. The pass just didn't go to hand, but what a run that was.
Oh, she's like a bulldog, you can't stop her. The thing is with Russia, they're just at the moment, they're going really high, they're not completing their tackles. Favese is so strong, she pushes people off, she drives her legs. You've got to cut her down at her legs to stop her from going. And when she's down, you've got to make sure you've actually completed the tackle. But you can see there, Favese is trying to keep the ball alive and players are just running off her.
No Victoria Feline still for USA.
Time in.
She was one of the players I was talking about, if they can get her back. I mean, they're blessed for pace in that squad at the moment, with Jessica Javelin who's on the bench. She's back in the squad after injury, and you know, Naya Tapa, you've seen what she can do as well. Jetta Emba is no slouch either, and here's Tapa again. She's going to change direction and run into Eveland, but still going forward, loses the ball on contact, and it's gone forward, so it'll be a scrum to Russia with just a minute left to play at the end of this first half.
I love the way the Americans are working. They're trying to make sure they move the ball. Even trying to hurdle Tapa there. But unfortunately, Tapa just losing the ball in contact. But Heveland, look at the agility to get over a player.
Bind. Set.
Loose ball from the Russians, Perestiak. Really struggle for pace there with Zarkova off the pitch, but on they go.
Yes.
Lushina, Hamidova. It's Mikhaltseva outside her, little switch with Mikhaltseva, and off she goes! Powerful runner. Elena Mikhaltseva is going to strike back for Russia. What a time to do that, Maggie Alfonsi. The perfect response.
Yeah, you cannot count Russia out. Mikhaltseva is one of those players you need to mark. It all came from USA over chasing, they overwent, Emba went, and because she got caught out on her weak shoulder, Mikhaltseva cut that short line, and once she's cut that line, you can't recover from that.
Super try, powerful running, and Lushina to make it a 7-point game is exactly what she does, and worth another look at this one.
Yeah, Mikhaltseva, you know, she's been a bit quiet actually this weekend, but when she's got ball in hand and she cuts that sharp, angled line, it's really hard to recover, to get back in defence and make that tackle from her.
So the half-time whistle sounds, and Russia have given themselves a fighting chance here. They've narrowed the gap. USA 14, Russia 7 at the break.
Уводите в край, как Маша. Стойте на ногах, сохраняйте мячик. Хорошими выходами, пасами уводите в край. Если в центре очень большие пространства, давите в это пространство, играйте перепас. Хорошо? Здорово. По защите просто потерпите, подержите линию в центре. Край успейте.
Давайте, бабушка, давай!
Хорошо. Здорово, начальник.
Happy?
Yes. 7 minutes.
There's your Russian, Maggie. Andrei Kuzin with the instructions there. I think, you know, I mean, you've got to be happy with how they finished, if they, you know, not with the start of the game, but how they finished and getting that try to claw their way back into this one.
Yeah, Russia definitely growing into the game. I think they're starting to play a bit more of a direct style of attacking play, and I expect them to do it in the second half, especially against USA. You have to be direct.
Hashtag Canada Sevens if you want to get involved on social media. We've got a couple of cracking games coming up, including the bronze medal match, and then, of course, the cup final itself between Canada and New Zealand. A repeat of the Kitakyushu final. And Canada looking to become the first home team ever to win their host tournament. But United States get us back underway here. Zarkova still off the pitch, so obviously it's a bad knock for her. They go left and then the blind side. Chance for Perestiak, and a switch, and Hamidova dropped it. It was a beautiful pass from Perestiak on the switch. Hamidova just took her eyes off that ball.
Yeah, just, you know, she cut his lovely line. Hamidova almost wasn't looking at the ball. She was all ready to make that break. Just an error which they could do without.
Absolutely. So scrum to the United States of America. Favesi calling the instructions out wide.
Set.
Otumata Hingano standing just outside her in the centre, and here she is as Tapper outside now. Tapper against Michalcova is an absolute mismatch for me, but if she drops the ball, we won't find out exactly how quick she is.
I think everyone's dropping the ball at the moment. First, Hamidova over there, and Tapper. You almost can tell that they all trying to get into the game now, you know, especially when you start the second half. You really want to make that first initial impact.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Lushina will feed. Going to work the blind side. Perestiak looking for the switch back inside, runs into the brick wall that is Kirsten Thomas, who wraps the arms around for the tackle. Hamidova fakes to go blind and then gives it out to the open sides. Perestiak takes the tackle. Therefore, Russia to use, and this is not at Sina. Favesi puts her down. Keeping that ball alive, but USA scrapping for everything at the moment. They want that ball. And they give away the penalty, a bit too enthusiastic. Perestiak has two outside her. Hamidova on a tight line. Perestiak goes herself and runs into Favesi. Need to get quick ball recycled here, and they go left. Michalcova already has one try, bursts through for another. Explosive pace off the mark, and that is where the damage is done.
Another try to add to her tally. She found the space, the ball came out wide, she went out to the left, shaped to go right, and Tapper was left for dead. This woman knows how to score tries.
An injection of pace off the mark, which, coupled with the power in the legs, very difficult to defend against in a one-time tackle. And Lushina to tie things up. We have an all-square game. Another look at the try.
You almost feel with USA, they almost were aware of her pace, so they over-chased it, and Tapper went far too past the ball. Nicole Sober spotted that and cut back inside.
Well, Richie Walker has unleashed a couple of substitutions from the USA bench. Alef Kelter is in. So too is Jessica Javelet, but Michalcova single-handedly fighting back for Russia against the USA, and we have under 4 minutes left to go in this one. Lushina restarts. Kelter takes it, first touch for the captain, off the bench for the USA. And he gives away the penalty for not releasing on the ground. She won't be happy with that. The momentum has swung in favour of the Russians here.
Yeah, this is a sort of moment when you think, right, momentum's on your side now, how can you take advantage of that? And if anything, it's swinging in Russia's favour.
Lushina with a tap. Perestiak, we wondered how much Strakova going off would actually hinder them. They've actually improved since she's gone off, and here is Michalcova, who's on a hat-trick. Thought about the pass. Kristen Thomas made a nuisance of herself to block off the supporting Russian player, and the pick off the back is Perestiak! Going for three! Russia to go in front for the first time in the game, and it is Perestiak who touches down. Wow, what a swing!
Fantastic try there by Perestiak. Beautiful work there by Michalcova. Takes the ball in. But what USA do is they all fan out to the right-hand side, to the open side. They ignore the blind side. And Perestiak just sees that there's no one home in the blind side area and picks and goes herself.
Lushina hasn't missed one yet. They've all been simple enough conversion-wise, and this one, the easiest of the lot from underneath the post. And look at this one again, Maggie.
Yeah, I mean, Favesi, Tapper, Gillet, they all went to the right-hand side instead of looking like what's on the blind side. It's a very smart play there by Perestiak.
Okay, so 2 minutes to go, and Russia hit the front. It has been a remarkable turnaround, and whatever Andre Kuzin said at half-time certainly worked. Lushina goes deep. Chet Emba underneath it, lovely hands, and a nice leap into the air to take that one. Little loose pass to Heberland. And a chance for USA with the possession here. Vesey has got Kristen Thomas, outsider, and Jessica Javelay calling for it, but Kristen Thomas is going to back herself. Mikaltseva, who's been one of the players of the match so far, puts in the tackle and then give away a penalty. Heberland. Zachary tries to get the hands free. Does so well. Vesey. Jessica Javelay on the inside. Any room for her? She's so quick. Off the bench. Oh, lovely to Kelter, who's got one outsider. Chet Emba calling for Kelter to Emba. Going to put her ears back and back for the corner. And it's a try for the USA. Chet Emba trying to force her way towards the post to make the conversion easier, which they will need to level things up, but they've given themselves a fighting chance here. Oh, they definitely have. Emba, but it all came from Zachary initially with a lovely offload. Then Kelter comes off the bench to set it up. And Emba, who's been sensational all weekend, scores that all-important try.
Please move, thank you.
Crucial conversion out of Kelter, only on the pitch. Heberland's been taking the kicks and she's 2 from 2, but Kelter is entrusted to take this. The captain has nailed it. We're all square.
Wow, she comes off the bench and makes the pass. She gives to Emba, and we are now back on for a game.
One last play here. Restart from America. And Russia with one last opportunity here with possession to try and force a winner if they can do it. The handoff. Oh, Kelter says, I don't like to be fended. Get back on your back. Lushina keeps it alive. Mikaltseva, 2 tries already. Again, USA making life difficult. Penalty though against them. Illegal from Kelter. We will go to extra time if this one stays level at the final whistle. It'll be first score to win it, but Russia might have something to say about that, and they try and break the last cover. Noratsina hits the ground. Options both sides now. Blue, oh, dangerous call. An almost intercept from Jessica Javelay now. Mikaltseva trying to go to the outside of Javelay. I'll tell you, she's so strong. Gets the pass away. Melissa Moova. Mikaltseva once more. Perestiak, was that forward? Referee happy to let it go. Lushina calling for on the left-hand side here. America having to defend. One missed tackle, and this is all over. Quick tap, and off they go. Looping pass from Scott Umko. They'll switch the direction from Noratsina. Hamidova, she got the moment of magic to try and break that USA defence down. Doesn't want to get isolated. Knock forward, which means we are going to extra time.
Wow, lung-busting stuff there. Hamadova will be pretty upset with that. Russia had the ball there. They're now going to go again. And it takes mentality and physicality to be able to lift it for this last bit and hopefully take the win.
Yeah, please. Do we have to have a coin toss? Yep. You toss. You toss. And you'll call. It's tails. What would you like? Kick. 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 Okay, so we'll be receiving right to left. So you'll receive on this end. So Russia will kick. Thank you. Yeah. Guys. Vigilance. Okay, so I think it's 5 minutes.
So it'll be first team to score takes 5th place in the overall standings, and it's all about who has
sudden death, so
the juice left in the legs at this stage, because
no,
there'll be a lot
one
of tired
5-minute
bodies
period,
out there.
sudden death, and then we'll go to second if no one has scored, correct?
It's not just in the legs,
Great.
it's in the head as well. You've just got to keep going and not force any errors.
Lushina will start us off for Russia. Naya Tapper back on the pitch for the USA. She's exactly the type of person you want in this situation. Give her the ball, put her in space, and just watch her go. Drakova's off. They don't have the pace in the Russian team to match Naya Tapper if she gets space. So just try and put her into that room and let her do her thing. Lushina just about goes 10. Kelter knocks it on. Advantage Russia. Noritsina picks it up. Under pressure from the American captain, who go back for the knock-on in the scrum.
Yeah, look, you don't want to make any errors
We'll
right
take it
now.
up to 10, ladies.
That big knock-on gives the ball back to Russia. Like you said, Russia don't have as much pace as what USA have, so I'm going to expect them to want to keep the ball and work it from edge to edge, but try and make sure they retain it and be more direct.
Crouch.
Lushina will feed, and Mikhaltseva standing at first receiver. Pereste on the wing
and let her
against
bind on top,
Tapper.
okay? Thanks. Crouch. Bind. Set.
Daria Lushina, decent strike. Mikhaltseva, little dummy switch, and off she goes. Mikhaltseva 2 tries already in this game, gets the offload to Perestiak, it's a good one, and Drakova's back on the pitch. So recovered from that leg injury. United States desperately scrambling, picking up the back. Scott Uncle runs into contact. Russia keep it alive, just about though. Ferocious tackling from the USA. And the penalty USA. Chance to go here, quick ball. Jessica Javelin. If they spread this one here, they have an overlap. Hands should do it here. The Russians have been caught napping. Kristen Thomas has Chetemba outside her. And the pass didn't go. Good work by Hamidova, who has to be tired as well. And now Russia scoop it up and try. Noritsina, one-on-one. Doesn't want to get isolated. Teammates a little slow to react. And the whistle goes again. Penalty Russia. United States discipline letting them down at the moment.
Move 10, please.
Thinking about the quick tap here. Need to plan this one.
At the moment, it's battle at the breakdown. Both Russia and USA have been absolutely physical. And Hamidova, she was impressive in that last breakdown there, pretty much winning it on her own.
Lushina's going to go for the corner here, try and set up the line out. Needs to hit touch, and she does. That's a really good kick, brings play just outside the 5-meter line.
Yeah, great positioning now for you, for Russia.
Blue line.
I expect them to want to try and keep this ball and muscle it over.
So you're going to have the 5, I'll stay at the back, okay?
Well, Drakova standing here on this wing. She must be okay if she's come back onto the pitch. Whatever knock she picked up in that first half has healed itself, and
7.
it's Mikhaltseva now who's actually swapped places with her, so let's see what the Russians have up their sleeve. It'll be Hamidova to claim this one. Tallest player on the Russian side. The throw wasn't accurate. Stockarts couldn't hold it, and she's furious with herself.
Oh my God, they are so lucky there, Russia. What were they doing? The one area you have to be clinical, and Stockart, a young player with a bit of pace, and she'd got that. She'd have been away.
Crouch. Bind. Go left, set.
Lushina feeds. Thought about going blindside. Mikhaltseva might have a solo run here. Jessica Javelin couldn't put her down first time. Mikhaltseva still going. Out to Drakova. It's Drakova against Tapper. What a match. And no room to go. Tapper shuts off the space. Javelin gets her hands on the ball. And then Russia give away the penalty. Quick tap and go. Heverland to Kelter. Kristen Thomas. Oh, the pass. A poor attempt. Stockart can't keep it in play. It's a line out on the far side. Tired bodies out there.
Oh, you can just see it. I mean, Kristen Thomas has the ball. She's a very good sevens player, but just forces it far too high there. Stockart hasn't got a chance to get that.
Kristen Thomas, I mean, she's been brilliant all weekend. One of the standout players, but just a rush of blood to the head there. And it'll be a line out to Russia. Hamidova, this time she takes it, and this time the ball off the top is good. Lushina Drakova, Mikhalseva standing out wide. Might need a bit of help here to go through the tackle. Oh, what an offload! What an offload! Drakova wins it for Russia.